So there is a stalemate in the boardroom over investment into this team. Daniel Kretinsky is open to investing his own money into the club, providing the other board members also invest, with David Sullivan refusing. He's unwilling to put his own money into the club. And we are still going to be talking about all of that and more. And, first of all, right, I tell you what, Twitter has fried my brain because I look at your face now and I just see Graham Potter. That's everywhere I go.
Yeah, I know, mate. It's just mental. And I see they mentioned it to him in his press conference today, and he sort of see the funny side of it. And everywhere I look, it's Graham Potter, Graham Potter. It's been quite funny. I've seen some really good ones this week. I see the one you sent earlier where someone done it over our faces.
Yeah,
that was very disturbing. Very disturbing.
Yeah. It was a matter of time before someone done that.
So, but no, it was like, do you remember when that meme was going around to them geezers that were dressed up funny and they all changed? They done it to us.
Yeah.
But it's been a good laugh this week. I mean, there's been a lot going on social media this week, so it was nice to have a little bit of a laugh.
Yeah, I'll tell you what made me laugh though. The journalist woman, right? And she's asking about it. She goes, "Oh, you got a favourite?" Like he's going to turn around and go, "Oh, the Bin Laden one. I love that one."
Yeah.
Like, what kind of question is that? You got a favourite one? He's like, "I got a little bit more to worry about right now than what my favourite fucking meme of myself is." Like, it's for those who don't know, it's mad. Everyone's just replacing the people are replacing every single person's face with Graham Potter.
But other football clubs are doing it as well. I think even Seville's official football account tweeted something out with Potter's face on. But look, he's taking it on the chin. He's enjoying it. He's seen the funny side of it, and that's all that matters. Even during bad times, you got to have a little bit of humour. So it's been an enjoyable week watching it or seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, he would have looked like a right. I mean, like if he would have come out and went, "I think it's disgusting," I think it's out of order. Like it would have just made him look worse, wouldn't it? Like,
I think I'd have had a lot of respect for him if he'd have come to his press conference with a Potter mask on.
Yeah, like put it over his own. I want to see people should put it over his face. I want to see how that looks. Like doing the meme where it's putting his face on his own face. It's just look, this is the one of us. I mean, that's disturbing. That.
I mean, Nicky reminds me of someone, but I can't. He really reminds me of someone. I was looking at it and I was trying to think who he reminds me of because he looks like someone out of a sitcom, but I can't think of it. But I actually think because Scott looks funny as well. Yeah. I mean, I think we all look funny, but
I look really disturbing. I'm really disturbed by my one.
Yeah, I'm a bit disturbed by my one as well because it actually looks like me older.
It is. It's it does actually. Yeah, if you grow a bit of a beard, that could be you. When Nicky, his face, he kind of looks like a bear or something, didn't he? Like a cartoon bear. We'll have to when he comes back on. We'll have to show see if he clocks on to who you're talking about. But there's us, West Ham Fan TV. Yeah, I'd like to see Graham's face with it on. To be honest.
Graham. Graham's one would be funny. Maybe someone should do it.
Yeah, do a Graham one.
He looks a bit like Bill Gardner. Yeah, maybe that's who. I'll put that back up again.
Oh yeah, that's a shout. Yeah.
That's maybe what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's actually a good shout. It doesn't it? Like it looks more Bill Gardner than Graham Potter.
Someone just said I look like James Ward-Prowse.
You do. That's a good shout. Maybe actually do.
Maybe I'm the love child of Ward-Prowse and Potter. Look, it's all grown up.
I tell you what, if anyone would have a love child, it would be them two, wouldn't it? If anyone's going to have a love child. Honestly, still loves those t-shirts and hoodies when they're coming back. Hopefully soon, mate. We are working on new stuff. So yes, do watch this space, right? And let's when Nicky comes on, we'll show him it. But shout out to Matt who became a member for joining. Thanks for joining, Matt. Appreciate it, mate. Ryan looks more like Danny Ings.
Fucking hell. Don't know what one's worse.
Yeah.
I'll probably take Ings though, because he was on a lot more money.
Yeah, oh yeah. Both of them massively overpaid at West Ham. Jace, yeah, I'd like to see Jace's one. Yeah. So yeah, getting into the story now. I'm honestly, this is taking everything by storm, this Graham Potter trend. Do you know what? I was looking for stuff to talk about tonight, right? You know, as I do on a Friday, right? Let's see what the latest news is. And everywhere, all people are posting about these Graham Potter memes. Like everyone's just forgotten about West Ham news. It was so hard to find news and not just Potter memes.
I think it's been a bit of a positive week because them Graham Potter memes are sort of taken the attention away of us being so shit so far this season, and everyone seems to just be having a laugh of it this week. There hasn't really been much negative post on social media, so it's probably done the club a favour, really.
Yeah, it has actually. Like, it's actually given the fan base a lift, you know? It's actually given the fan base a bit of it gives a bit of a laugh. Everything's been down in the dumps. Rick says, Ryan and Dan have a pint. Well, I've been having pints for the past 3 weeks, and everyone's like, oh, you're supposed to be doing weight loss. How can you be doing that?
You know what? I didn't. I made a mistake thinking I had a couple in the fridge, and I didn't. And I got in so late, I thought I can't be bothered to go back out now. But pints will be back next week, I promise. I'm going to go out and get myself a nice case of beer.
Yeah, get on it. Triumph says, Dan, you wearing lipstick, all these TV appearances. No, my lips are really dry. They're very dry today and dry and chapped, so I guess that's why they look like so red. But yeah, I need to get some bloody, what do they call it? Lip chaps. Was it?
Balm.
What's the
lip balm?
Is it chapstick?
Chapstick, yeah.
What? Hold up, we've got a fucking hell, my soundbar's gone off. But Tony Angelo, the singing dustman, £2 super chat. Happy Friday, guys. Ready for the weekend, Hawaiian.
Hey Tony.
You gotta love Tony. Steve W. Bell 499 super chat. Great chatting to you lads on Saturday. Yes, it was good, mate. It was good. Always good to see you, Steve. Hopefully we'll see you at the next one, mate. Jace was so starstruck by you. He was, Steve. He was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe I met the famous Steve W.H.U. Bell. He was saying to me. He was proper Star Trek. So yeah, let me get the story up. Remember us when you're sixth member of Stick to Football? What's Stick to Football? Was that the Roy Keane thing?
Yeah. I can hear myself on. You got feedback or something?
Oh, let me check. It shouldn't be because echo cancel.
Yeah, I don't think it's doing it anymore.
Oh, I took it off and put it on again. Right. So let me read the thing.
Bring that one up. Look, has Ryan got first dibs on our New Balance merch? Now, do you know what? The mad thing is I bought this jumper like towards the end of last year, and I put it in my wardrobe and I just totally forgot about it. And it was only like a couple of weeks ago that I found it, and I thought that's mad. We're meant to be getting New Balance next year, and I've got a claret and blue hoodie with New Balance on it. So yeah, it does.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. I happened to have it. I think it was only like about 15 quid or something like that. And anything like whenever I see something claret and blue, I think, oh yeah, I'll get that because like you can wear it on like to West Ham or when we do like live streams and that. So
you know what you should do, mate? You should get a badge, you know, one of the patches or whatever with the badge, and get it sewn into the other side.
Yeah.
And it look like proper like
in the sleeve or something.
Yeah, it look like a proper West Ham thing. Am I doing any more overlap appearances? I don't know, mate. I don't know until they never say that. Yeah, it's just when they ask me. Getting to the story, Daniel Kretinsky has no desire to inject money into West Ham under the current construct. However, Kretinsky could be convinced by other shareholders should they inject money that he can match. It's already known Sullivan will not inject his own wealth. There you go. That's the stake thing.
I mean, Sullivan not investing tells a lot, really, is that I think he knows he's on his way out, and I think he's getting ready to potentially sell the football club and move on, hopefully sooner rather than later, because I think there's a lot of people getting frustrated with him now at board level. The only one that's ever going to really have his back is probably Karen Brady. I mean, if she was to turn on him, then, it'll all be up in the air. Them two come as a pair. They've worked together for so long. But yeah, now other board members are starting to sort of, because we know that obviously Vanessa Gold's trying to sell David Gold shares in the club. I know they showed potential buyers around the training ground the other week. So, and there's been other ones as well that have been potentially looking at the club. So look, it could in the next 6 months it could be all change at West Ham, and it's what we want. So hopefully, sooner rather than later, mate.
Yeah. Like I can't blame Kretinsky because he's not the majority shareholder, and he's like, well, look, the way this club is run and the structure, we've spent money. Money's not gonna fix it. Like, so him investing money in probably sees it as a waste because you can throw 200 million at this club, but the way we're run, it's not going to do anything. We're going to be back in the same situation. And he's probably thinking, well, if I'm putting money in, other people need to put money in. There's no point. If Sullivan's the majority shareholder, and Kretinsky's like, well, here's another 100 mil, and Sullivan won't put a penny of his own money in. Why should Kretinsky put his money in? Like, and that's how I look at it. And it's Sullivan. I mean, I hope it is like you say, right, that he is not looking to invest anymore because he does want to sell. Because otherwise, that's exactly why he does need to go. The geezer's not interested in putting his own money in his hand in his pocket when we had PSR issues that would have been sorted by him investing his own cash. So he's holding the club back as usual.
I think it's hard for him to stay now because obviously he knows the way that the fans feel about him. Or the protest last week, the planned protest in the future games. It's only going to get bigger and louder. So I think that deep down there is a sort of he is thinking of an exit plan. He'd want the best deal for him. As much as we want him to go, he's got to get the best deal for him because at the end of the day, he's a businessman and he'll want as much money as he can to sell this football club. So, as I said, mate, I think it's going to be an interesting next few months and I can see change at the football club. And I think it'll be a new era at West Ham. It's going to take a bit of time, but I can see it happening definitely.
Yeah. And I think it's the best. This just shows you this is the best time to protest. It really is. Like he's never been more on the ropes. He's never been more like closer to an exit than I feel that he is now. So now is the time for us to put all our strength together and give him that big push that he needs to get out of the club. Right now is the time. Ben Big says, what do you think about the sitting protest against Newcastle? I think it's worth trying anything, to be honest. Shouts across Dammers.
I mean, any sort of protest is going to make noise, and that game is live on Sky as well. So the potential sitting after is obviously going to be aimed at when Sky are interviewing the players or the managers, and it'll be live on the telly. So, but it's any form of protest is gonna make noise. So it's all good. It's all good, mate.
Has anyone ever done a sit-in before? Like, well, in English football, you could probably say, in the Bulgarian league or something. But I mean, like in English football, has that ever been done?
Not much. I know there's been a lot of walkouts. But sitting in, it'd be interesting to see how many people do it, because, as we said, if West Ham go 2 or 3-0 down early on, people are just going to want to go. So it's going to take a lot to sit there and stay to the end of the game. But yeah, I still think you'll get a few people do it. I still think you'll get a few people.
It doesn't need the whole stadium, I think. And for those who don't know what it is Crosshammers are promoting and organising a sit-in, which means after full time, you stay in your seats. You don't leave the ground, right? And you make it, you're singing against the ownership and all of that sort of stuff. I think if you add a few thousand, right, it don't need the whole stadium. You can get a few thousand, then that's enough to make it noticeable. Like the thing's empty, but you've got a concentration of a few thousand there singing anti-Sullivan songs. I think that should be enough. You're not going to get the whole stadium. There's going to be people, like you said, leave early, all of this. But you get enough. When you think about it, right? Nick Tucker, he brought a few thousand to the protest, yeah? Right? And Hammer United brought a few thousand to the protest. If you just got, it was about 3,000 people, right? Or 3,000 to 4,000. If you got just the people that was at the protest, I know not all of them went to the game like myself, but that number or close, I think that would be enough for a sit-in.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I think, yeah, as you said, the protest last week there was good numbers. Like, obviously, everyone wished there was a little bit more, but it was a good start. I think people will see the videos and the photos from that. I know that obviously Claret and Booze and other channels have been showing videos and parades, so it will spread the word. And next time people think, yeah, do you know what? This is serious. I'm going to join on to the next one. And then it will keep building and building and building. I know the Burnley one, I think they're trying to aim to get about between 20 and 25,000 people there. Like, that would be a massive, massive protest. I mean, that will block all the roads. So, blocking the team bus coming in. And I'm not saying that's what we should do, but if the roads are blocked, it's going to cause mayhem. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, which one's that for?
That's for the Burnley game, I think, that one.
Oh, well, for the Burnley one, because I was at the meeting about that today, and they saying about 10,000 is they think what they think, but what they're trying to do is to really do it an organized way, so it's not about causing trouble to the public. So they're trying to organize it so the streets aren't blocked off and traffic's not blocked off, and things like that. So the idea is to really go and make the voices heard. The same last time the team bus came in, everyone let it in, all of that stuff, but it's about showing a show of force. And I was just really impressed with just how well organized and proper. It's like a proper thing. This ain't just a bunch of fans getting together and let's turn up and get people to come down, which is important because I think, that way it's making sure it's a safe event. It's a safe thing and things ain't going to get out of hand. People can bring their kids if they want and know it's going to be safe for their missus or whatever.
That's the worst thing that could happen if it's not a peaceful protest. But you can see on Saturday that everyone was there for the right reasons. Every time a car pulled up to go in, whether it was an ex-player or someone going into their corporate or the team bus, everyone moved out of the way and it was peaceful and calm. And that's what you want. I mean, there was a few media outlets there. Next time there'll be more. There'll be more people focused on it. They was talking about it on Gillette Soccer Saturday. They was talking about it on the BBC. They was talking about it on all the news. So it's it's good.
Well, that's it. I was saying to the lads today, we was talking about it. I said the fact that when I went on TalkSport, they didn't once ask me about fan behavior and I didn't have to defend the fans and this got out of control. All the attention was on Sullivan, like all the attention. There was no trying to defend. Well, what about those thugs that someone attacked the police? Or what about that fight? Or what about them throwing drinks bottles at the coaches? What would you do? Do you condone that? I didn't have to defend any of it because it didn't happen, and that's why it's so important. Because if we do that, if we get out of hand, we take attention away from Sullivan. We put the blame and pressure on ourselves, and that's what we can't do. So
Matt's just said there, once the media get bored with it, though, Ryan, what next? And that's we obviously want all the media attention, but even if the media do get bored of it, we still protest because there's only one man we want to aim it at, and that's Sullivan. And whether it's
Yeah.
on the news or not, he's still going to know that we're there and the
Yeah.
fans are outside and they're
Yeah.
protesting and they want him out. But yeah,
But
obviously, the more media attention, the better.
well, the thing is, they're actively doing things to make sure it's not just, oh, now, last time it was 3,000 fans turn up to the game. Next time it's 10,000. Next time it's not the same. Like they're thinking of impactful things to do. And I can't reveal anything because everything's being sorted and approved, but they're coming up with impactful ways to grab attention. So it's not just going to be loads of fans standing there singing every time. They're going to do little things that really can grab attention, and it's going to look, if they can get it sorted, it's going to look the bollocks as a fucking back page or whatever it is, or a picture. Like it's all about the visual and grabbing attention, and they've got things planned. So it's not just going to be the same thing to where, oh, they got bored now, and it's the media are hungry for this sort of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. The media think it's negative, and you know what the media like, they jump on negativity. So even though it's not a negative thing, like it's I think that I'll be very surprised if there's any trouble at any of these protests, because I think everyone's there for the same reason.
Here's our Nick. We got quite a pipeline. We got quite a lot into the pipeline until they go. Yeah, so shout out to Crossdammers. Big force into these protests. They've done an absolutely smashing job for the last one. Nick and Chris. That was seeing them walk up the road, mate. That was special. That was really special.
It was like, because obviously we joined on with the. Me and Nicky was on the Crossdammers march, and the walk from Stratford to the meeting point was good, because at first it didn't like there was many people there, and when you turn around, you see that there was a lot, and then when we was marched down the road and you see the other lot there, and everyone just joined together, it was a good moment. It was good to be involved in it, and it was
Yeah. So Nick's saying, this is for the sit-in, I believe he's saying. So basically they're planning to meet at the Bobby Moore lower before the final whistle. So before full time, everyone gets to the Bobby Moore lower and stays there. I think that's what they're looking at. So it'd be interesting. Hopefully, like, I don't know if you've thought about this, Nick, if they start doing that shit where they block off the walkways or whatever. But I guess people can get, if you're in the Billy Bond stand, if they don't let you walk through and you can just go to the corner there. So everyone's congregated in that corner. But Nick's obviously thinking all of this through. Do you know what I mean? This is what he does. But yeah, E20's shout out James. He's right. It's starting to feel united again. That's the beauty. It's everyone's on the same page. There's no Sullivan,
and that's the important thing in it. United, being united. It's not egos against egos. It's not I'm doing this and I'm better than everyone else. It's everyone's coming together to make change. So that's the important word there. United.
When is the Burnley game? I believe it's the 20th of October. Let me double check. I'm pretty certain it's the 20th, right? So I'll go on to. No, that can't be right. That can't be 20th of October. That's the Brentford game is the 20th. So it's got to be later that month, isn't it?
Yeah, Burnley's in November.
Oh, November. Yeah, the 8th of November. There we go. 8th of November. 20th Brentford, 8th. There you go. James beat me to it. Shout out to Matt Rainey, 499 super chat. Cheers, Matt. F. David Sullivan. You, sir, talking about David Sullivan. All right. Effing little. See you next Tuesday. From the real West Ham fans. 10 years of West Ham fan TV. You boys saved my life in 2020. Love and respect. #DazMatter. Mate, we appreciate it. Honestly, that means a lot to us. That really does. Messages like that. And listen, we appreciate you, mate. People like you kept us going, having you lot to talk to through the lockdown and all of that stuff. So we appreciate that, mate. Do you think Sullivan would not just turn up if he knows about the protest? Wouldn't put him past him. Well, he still turned up to the last one, and the thing is, it does it to me. I don't know about you, right? It don't matter if he's there or not, as long as it's all over the media. It don't matter.
I think it will take a lot for Sullivan not to attend games because he won't go through that entrance. I mean, they get there earlier and they'll go through another entrance. So, because people were saying to me on Saturday, "Oh, was Sullivan come in yet? Is he drove past yet? Is it?" I went, "Mate, he was probably in this ground at like 10 o'clock this morning."
Yeah,
you know, he's not silly. So,
yeah.
But as you said, mate, if he's there or he ain't there, he's still going to know what's going on. He's still going to get it fed back to him. So.
He won't be able to escape it. And I've done a video earlier to put on my other channel whenever I get time to edit it now. But I said this, it's the way Sullivan's bird is coming out, right, and defending him is very telling to me. And Pika, yeah. I mean, she's gone on an absolute mad one on social media. Absolute madness.
I mean, that's embarrassing because what do you think the other board members are thinking looking at that?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing for everyone connected with a football club. Like when you got spouting nonsense on social media, replying to fans, and it's just not a good look. And it's like desperation. It's like, she knows it's coming to an end, and it's fucking mad. I couldn't believe some of the tweets I was seeing, but then nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me.
She called the size of our manhoods into question as West Ham fans, and that's just crossing the line. You just don't do that. But in that,
you know why she's saying that? Like we've all got small dicks because she's with the biggest cock going. So it's that's why.
Spot on. But in that message, I was reading this right when I did the video, and something that really stood out to me, right? So she done this video because she was getting some shit. She tried to come out defending Sullivan and all of that, but she goes, "I'm not here to be abused, written about, and have my partner belittled." Right? No pun intended. Believe your narrative. Be your own hero. Go and save the world. Your ego or your penis size. I see what I see and see a good person fighting fires and feeling what you see and feel. Not responding to anyone. So when she's obviously talking about Sullivan. She's sort of letting slip, like she's seeing him go through it. She's seeing him suffering right now. And to the point where she's like, he's miserable. I need to come out and say something. So it really shows what we're doing and saying is affecting him. So it shows you. Put the pressure on, like this is unprecedented.
Of course it's going to affect him because at the end of the day, he's the owner of the football club, and when you're somewhere and people don't want you there, it's going to affect you. He obviously thinks he's doing a good job. We see things different. We think that he ain't doing a good job. So of course it's going to affect him. It's going to affect his mood. It's going to affect his family life. So that's probably why she's come out and defended him like that, and it hasn't gone down well for her and for him.
Yeah. That's it. Like, and it's honestly, it's really encouraging. And all the people that are like, what's the point of protesting? He's not going anywhere. I'm telling you, he's suffering, and that makes me feel good because under Sullivan for the past 9 years, we've been suffering. So the fact that he's miserable, even if he doesn't go anywhere, that's a win to me. The fact that he hates this and it's making their lives miserable that's enough for me. I want him out, but if that's all we accomplish, that's a massive win. Let's keep going. I don't want him to ever be happy again. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's mad. Some of the stuff she's been tweeting out, like she tweeted out like some political stuff about her in a bikini having a pop at someone else, tweeted out a naked picture just in the midst of all this chaos. This is crazy. And do you know what the mad thing is? Yeah, Sullivan's kids are on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? That's their future stepmom, and they're seeing all this madness.
Yeah,
we are.
She makes Brady look like Mother Teresa.
She does.
Yeah, it's mad, mate. But it's another thing to add to the mad West Ham world that we're in at the moment. So,
Yeah, it's on Twitter, Paulie Walnuts. Twitter's at Ampika Pixton1. There you go. You feel free to check it out. She was on Real. Who's ever watched Real Housewives of Cheshire? That's what she's known for. Real Housewives of Cheshire. I've never heard of her. Yeah. E20 Zone says, but this is working. She's showing the world why we want her gone with the little man. He's the little man. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. So hopefully, like I said, there's rumblings, there's rumors we could get takeover. Keep going till the end of the season. I don't care who the manager is. Did you see the stuff about the Marco Silva? Kretinsky wants him, but Sullivan and Brady don't want to pay him out. £8 million to get Marco Silva.
I know. It's crazy, mate. I mean, I've said it before. Like we don't pay compensation for managers, but if you want to get a good manager, you got to pay it. And 8 million in today's game ain't a lot of money. You know, what do you get for 8 million for a player these days? Nothing really. Yeah. It's just go out and get him, because I think he'd jump at the chance to come and manage West Ham. It's no disrespect to Fulham, but
he's
I know we're in a
he's
bit of a mess
out
at the
with the
moment.
ownership.
Yeah, I know it's a bit of a mess there at the moment, but it would be a big step up for him. And I think that he'll do a good job. And he's a manager that I think we was linked with before. I think before David Moyes come in, sort of like the first time. So yeah, it's I mean, Kretinsky sort of ruled out the likes of Bilic and O'Neill and Parker and that. So if he's got ambitions, he'll go out and get an ambitious manager.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's the one. 8 million. We've saved that much. In wages. You know what I mean? Like, it's you think about the players that the money we've knocked off our wage book. Easily, we've got that. But this is just the principle to them, isn't it? That's the problem. We have the means, but we could have gone and sold Kudus for 100 million and have that much left over, and they still wouldn't do it. Yeah, spent 20 million on a flop goalkeeper. This is it. But they won't pay, like, the most important role at the club. They won't spend money on.
Yeah, I know, mate. And one of the most important roles at a football club is the manager. So yeah, look, other clubs do it. Other clubs go out and show a bit of bollocks and go out and pay money. Look what Tottenham did. Won a trophy, sacked their manager, went out and got Thomas Frank from Brentford. Identified him and went straight in and got him. That's what other clubs do, but we just never seem to do it. We always want to get the ones that are out of work, no compensation. So it's about time we change that. Marco Silva for me is a name that I wasn't even thinking about, because I thought, would he really want to leave Fulham? But I think if we had any chance of getting him, then 100%, 100% try to get him.
This is what you look at it all the time, right? We've had managers. We've never had a manager that other clubs even considered buying from us. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the managers we've had, it's never been a case of, Liverpool fancy that manager. They're contemplating buying our manager out of his contract, because we never get anyone that quality. You know what I mean? And it's always just who is the best we can get for free. It's always a bargain hunt.
The last time we ever paid compensation for a manager was for Alan Pardew in 2003, and that was only like a couple million quid. So since then, we've always had managers that are out of work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is it. And that's always going to be an issue as long as they are running this club. And if you want to be a top club, right? And that's the thing. They want to talk about competing with the top six, right? We're going to be competing with the top six. You've got to be operating how they do as a big club. When you want to manage, you go get them. And to say we're going to move there and compete with them, and you're still not willing to buy managers out their contracts, it just shows up for what they are. It's a load of old bollocks, mate. It's a lie. It's a complete lie, like time and time again. And yeah, hopefully, mate, like I said, all these protests, what everyone's doing is going to be the final nail in the coffin for Sullivan. And we do get a serious owner. There was interest from the PSG owners, I remember. Imagine we got that over the line.
Yeah,
And
no, we definitely need something, mate, 100%. And as I said
yeah.
earlier, hopefully it comes sooner rather than later, because the quicker we can get him out and change the board, the better.
What do you think? Because what's his name? Simon Jordan asked me this about. Is it anyone but Sullivan? How do you feel about foreign ownership coming into the Premier League and you're just owned by some foreign billionaire that's got no connection to the Prem or whatever? And yeah, I didn't care about that, but I don't know about you, mate.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think most clubs now have foreign ownership. It's rare that you're going to get someone that grown up supporting your club and want to buy. It's always a risk in it with new owners, because we could want Sullivan out, but we could get owners in that are worse. That'd be very hard to do. But my ideal owners, mate, would be, I want someone to come in, and the first thing I want them to put into plan is a stadium. Finding a new plot of land somewhere, either in East London or on the borders of Essex or something like that. Just somewhere where we can sort of rebuild a new stadium. Even if it takes 5 years, I think we'll all sit there and think, yeah, if it takes 5 years to build a new stadium or 3 years or whatever, I think we'll all take that, because we that would be my ideal. And then obviously someone that puts money into the team and we can start competing in the top half again, trying to get back into Europe or even better, So, but it's always a risk. You don't know who you're going to get. But I think that, yeah, we want someone to come in and put the fans first as well. Make us feel like we want to come back to the football club and watch the team and watch a team that we're proud to watch again. Like, look, London Stadium, I mean, they might like the land, they might like the stadium. You don't know. They might just think, yeah, this is good enough for us. So it's always a risk.
I get Simon Jordan's concern of like, look, you get the Premier League and soon every English club is owned by some foreign billionaire and things like that. I get that. But from a West Ham perspective, we can't afford to be thinking like that. We can't afford to sit there and be choosy and go, no, they've got to be English owners, because we're being run like shit by an English owner, and you can't get that much worse than him. And look, if we do get worse than him, that's a gamble I'm willing to take. I'm willing to take the gamble that he sells us and we get someone worse, right? Because where we are now, it's shit. So if they're from fucking Saudi Arabia, from Czech Republic, from America, whoever, someone else needs to have a go at trying to make this club successful. And like you said, it's the stadium. That's the big sticking point. Because if we can have a stadium that we love almost as much as we loved Upton Park, we're not going to be as worried as much on league position. Of course, we want to do as well as possible, but I think the pressure to be in Europe and to be successful isn't as high, because we've got a stadium. Like I said, Upton Park, it was never that much pressure on achieving that. We was happy,
Yeah, I mean, look, with the stadium situation as well. I mean, you could stay where we are and just knock it down and build a new stadium there. Because I've said before, I actually don't mind Stratford. I think for the facilities that it gives to the fans, with like going somewhere before the game and after the game, I actually don't mind it. I think there's a lot more choices now than there was around Upton Park. As much as I'd give anything to go to Upton Park, there's a lot more. So you could always do that, and then we could temporarily go and play somewhere else for a couple of years. I don't know. Build a temporary stadium over the Memorials and go back to where it all began. Well, I know it began at Hermit Road Park, but obviously Memorials. Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard. Like I just want to go back to the. We've never had. We can't sit here and say that we've grown up seeing successful West Ham, because we haven't. But we grew up loving our team, and win, lose or draw, we'd go there every week. And we always had a team that we was not well. We did have some proper shit teams at Upton Park, but we used to go there and we used to know that we'd have a team that we'd fight, and everyone just loved being there. So we want to get that feel back again. But let's start first by getting these owners out, and then we'll just see what comes next.
How about a consortium of people like Ray Winston, etc.? I don't think Ray Winston's got them funds, and also I don't think a lot of people are going to forgive him for being part of the sales pitch when we went in to choose our tickets to the new stadium. Probably he just read a script. To be fair, people blame him.
We had the we obviously had the Pi Capital thing a few years ago, which involved the likes of Tony Cottee and I think Anton Ferdinand, Rio Ferdinand. There was other people involved as well, and I don't know. You just want proper businessmen with proper money to come into this football club. I mean, when Man City got taken over all them years ago, I bet their fans at the beginning were thinking, I'm not really sure. Look at them now, 10, 15 years later, what they've done in the game, what their fans have seen. I mean, I think they've been to Wembley fucking like 50 times or something like that with semi-finals and finals. And they've won the Champions League, they've won the Premier League. Is it 7-8 times now? Their fans have seen it all. Like you look at Chelsea as well. Like I know they get a lot of stick, but they've won it all, as their fans sing. They've won everything. And as fans, we want to see our teams win trophies and win titles and that. And we're a million miles off that. I'm not saying that owners are going to come in and change that overnight, but City fans probably didn't think that. Chelsea fans probably didn't think that. So who knows? I know Tottenham are at the moment are being spoken about with a bid for about 4 billion or something, the most ever paid for a football club. I mean, fucking hell, imagine them being like the next City or Chelsea winning it.
I think they was just said they're not going to get bought out, right? I think that was just put out there that they're not getting it, because that's mad. Like I think even if you're one of these mega rich owners, right, and you got all that, I think even they look at it and go, do you know what? Like that's the value's not there. They're not like just going to spend silly money just because they have silly money. They're going to look at that and go, I can get other clubs and build. I'd rather spend the billions on putting into the club, not just to buy the club. Imagine, like, say you could buy West Ham. Let's say they do spend the 800 million that Sullivan wants. It's overpriced, but say they spent that, right? Then you put 3.2 billion then into investing into the club, not just the team, but the infrastructure, the training ground, all of that. Like the value for money ain't there. It really ain't. This is such a surprising thing from. I've never seen anyone say this. I loved the Kearns. Now it's a bit before my time, but everything I've heard about the Kearns were hated. How they treated John Lyle, the bond scheme.
Yeah, it's a bit before my time as well. I mean, when I was younger, I sort of remember the Terry Brown, and then obviously it was the Icelandic owner who come in, and you think your fortunes are gonna change, and then he goes bankrupt, and obviously Golden Sullivan come in 2010, and they've been there ever since.
Honestly, Terry Brown was the first time I've being aware of hating a football owner and wanting a football owner out. Was Terry Brown. I despise that man to this day. And then when the Icelandics came in, I was like, thank God. And they came in with intentions of being ambitious. And look, they spent money, but we didn't spend it wisely. They tried to do a little bit of the Tony Fernandez model, right, of just getting names in on big wages. But they went bust, and that's not their fault, really.
Yeah. We ain't had much luck, have we? We ain't had much luck with owners.
No, we haven't. Like over the years. Oh, I was being sarcastic. Okay, that makes sense.
Even our sponsor went bust. Do you remember XL? XL Holidays, where they went bust, and we had to put volleyball numbers on the fucking front of the shirt. What a club, eh?
Yeah, that honestly is mad. We've got to get. We're due a proper ownership, surely. Like we've suffered for so long with bad owners, and it's about time now we get someone serious, someone proper to take us, where we need to be.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I'd love to see us. as someone said there in the comments earlier, I mean, I'd love to see us win one FA Cup. That'd do me. FA Cup is what I want to see West Ham win before I, leave this wonderful earth that we are on. That would be my dream, to see us win that FA Cup. I was lucky enough to be in Prague to watch us lift the Conference League, and that was a day that stayed with me for the rest of my life. But the FA Cup at Wembley, watching our captain go up them steps, it mean everything to me. And I'm so glad that the older generation that have seen us win the FA Cups, they can tell us them stories, because I love listening. And I've been to nights with the 1980 FA Cup team and the 75 team, and even some from the 65, 64 Cup final. It's it's you want to hear them stories for years.
Yeah, 100%, mate. That's what it's all about. And speaking of stories, coming up on Monday at the a man with who probably has some great stories to tell. The watch along, watching the game, the Everton game with Andy Carroll. We West Ham Fan TV will be there. We'll be there, and Andy Carroll will be there at Dagenham Redbridge. Tickets, limited number of tickets, £5. I'll just put that in the group chat, in the live chat. I pinned that. So yeah, it's £5 for the first few tickets, and then after that it's 20 quid. So doors open, I think, about 6:30. Dagenham Redbridge Football Club. Like I said, we're going to be watching the Everton game there. Andy Carroll will be there to watch it. There's going to be all sorts of activities, decent price beer compared to a lot of places. So yeah, get down there. Like I said, it's a good place to watch the game with your fellow West Ham fans. It'll be a good one. Andy Carroll, West Ham Fan TV. What more could you want? Then register. Yeah, so click that link. Like I said, £5 to get in.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It'll be something different on Monday. Hopefully Andy Carroll turns up. So it was nice to be invited down. So it'll be good. It'll be good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's it. I see Nicky's joined in the background, and then he's gone. I see just his green screen background. He come right at the end, just join, and then he's Or free if you sneak round the back. You can try sneak round the back, but Big Dave, the bouncer, will get you. Dagenham Dave, fellow suffering. This is what I'm saying. Don't suffer alone. Suffer together. We're better to suffer together. And watch the Everton game together. So yeah, if you please show him that photo of him. Who, Nicky or talking about Andy Carroll? Oh, do you know what we'll have to show? Oh my god, I've got to show this. While we're on the subject of Andy Carroll, let me get this picture up as we're talking. So yeah, I mean, listen, I'll tell you what though, Andy Carroll must have some real stories though. He has to have some serious stories.
Oh yeah, 100%, mate. I'm sure he won't. I'm sure he won't tell half of them, but I bet he has got some stories.
Yeah. A lot of them he can't tell. He just can't.
Well, I definitely want to get to the bottom of the pre-season one where him and James Collins had a fight, because I've heard two similar versions of that. One from Nolan, one from James Collins. So it'd be interesting to find out his version of that story as well.
Yeah, the from the version of the person that's actually got done the knocking out. Right. To see him and go, right, this is what happened. I'd love to hear his side of the story. What a story! Yeah,
he's got to have some power in that right hook to make James Collins take an 8 count.
Yeah, listen, he's a big old bloke, isn't he? He's a proper big unit. So, but yeah, like I said, it's so if you do want to hear them stories, you can find the interviews on the YouTube channel. So James Collins and Kevin Nolan ones are on our channel, so you can go find them. There's a playlist of player interviews. Let me show you guys, right? Let me give you a little backstory. So years and years ago, when we were still at Upton Park / move into the state, I think it was around just as it was moving to the stadium. We had someone, friend Scott's, who come on board to try and he was going to design us an app. Basically, he was going to do a West Ham Fan TV app, but he also was looking to get involved in other things such as merchandising. Do you know what? Let me get the other thing. So, all right, let me tell this. So, one of the things, right, the backstory, Dom did a fan cam. A lot of you may not remember this. Dom did a fan cam, and I think it was after Arsenal when we won 3-0, and Andy Carroll got the hat trick. And Dom had been criticising Andy Carroll, and Dom had always called him a donkey. He went from a donkey to a magnificent unicorn, right? That's what Dom said. And we all thought, oh, yeah, good line, we titled it. And we thought nothing of it. But it really stuck with him, right? So he puts this merch idea. He makes the t-shirt, prints it, and is like, this t-shirt is gonna sell like crazy. Everyone's gonna want this t-shirt, right? And this is it. This is the t-shirt. This is not a joke. This was the t-shirt.
Why has he got a carrot on his head? Well, I fucking hope that's a carrot.
Look at the blue face. Look at it. And
I think if we printed that off and took it to Andy Carroll on Monday, I think one of us would get a right look off of him.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, but the thing is, we all thought it was a joke. So I think Matt Powers put the link in there. We all thought it was a joke. So we're like laughing, like ha ha ha, and he's like, yeah, like, no, this is seriously gonna sell, guys. We have to do this. Like, everyone's gonna want to wear this. So I want that shirt. This is it. Like, imagine people walking around West Ham wearing this. But the Dom interview probably got like 6,000 views or something. I don't know. Matt will be able to tell me because he's got a link. It weren't like a viral video and everyone knew it. So you'll be walking around around up to part of London Stadium. You're going, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? If it was this big thing, everyone's gonna go, oh, that's the catchphrase, that's the line, oh yeah, magnificent unicorn. Oh, and then
he looks like he's just fucking getting ready to run the national, not a unicorn.
It's the most fucking fucked up thing I've ever seen. Make one with Sullivan for the protest. This is like, oh, this was supposed to be like a pro Andy Carroll bloody. He's got the claret body and the blue face. You could have at least made like the horn blue or so. I don't know, mate. I can't make this anything. So listen, if we get enough demand for it, if this video gets like, I don't know, 1,000 likes, 1,500 likes, we'll make these and sell these. You may need to cut it. Mate.
I think this will be the first time, Dan, I've asked people not to like a video of ours.
Just look at it. And then, right, he had the idea to redesign our logo. This was the end of the business partnership. Still cool with him and everything. Good lad. 3 point. So the Dom's fan cam that he wanted to make this t-shirt was what 3.6k views, right? And this was gonna sell, and everyone was gonna know what it meant. If 3.6k views were making that t-shirt, magnificent. And then so anyway, he wanted to redesign our logo. He thought the logo that we have to this day, that's rubbish. That's crap. That is. Here's my one, and that was his take on our logo. Boy, what can you say to that? What can you say to that? Right, honestly, it's
he's tried to jazz it up a bit, but yeah, it's not.
I because of me, the business partnership ended because I said it looks like my nan knit it. And that was it. It was like, thanks, guys. See you later. That's me done. Because he's like, it looks much better than the logo you have now. Because he tried to do this sewn in.
I'm trying to whack it off the screen.
Yeah, with the gaudy colours, and this is a bright one. Looks like, yeah. So there you go. So we didn't, obviously, as you can see, we didn't go with that logo.
I just seen this sticker on the side when I went to the bat and ball after the the game on Saturday, and I bumped into the Austrian Irons, and they give me one of their stickers. They asked me to give them a shout out on Friday Night Pint. Lovely to meet them. They flew all the way over from Austria just for the protest.
Oh, quality. That's brilliant, mate. Shout out to them.
Really nice. There was only 2 of them there. Both of them really nice blokes. And yeah, it was nice to meet them. Do you know what? That was the one good thing about Saturday, was just bumping into so many people I haven't seen for so long, meeting new people, people coming over to say hello and saying that about the channel and that. So yeah, it was good. And as you said earlier, it felt like old West Ham again. So yeah, nice to meet them. Big up the Austrian Irons.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I really cannot recommend everyone coming to the protest enough. It's not just to do there to do your part, but you'll genuinely enjoy it. Like, it sounds crazy to say that about a protest. It's there to try and, for a purpose. But I'm sorry, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It was really.
Yeah, I did as well. Yeah, no, I did as well, mate. It was a good day out. Apart from the result, obviously. I don't think we're going to talk about the game, but yeah, it wasn't great, but yeah, as you said, mate, good day out. Good time after as well. Went to the Bat and Ball and met up with a couple of mates that I ain't seen for ages. Graham was in there as well. Nicky's brother Gary come out for a few drinks, so it was nice. We watched the United Chelsea game was on, so yeah, it was good. Centre Force playing the tunes, it was good. Good day out.
Yep, no, you can't beat days like that, mate. Scott says, Ryan and Dan, regardless of if and when we change the manager, do you think we get relegated, or do you think it depends who?
I'll still stick to what I said earlier in the season. I don't think we'll get relegated. I don't think we're going to have a great season. But look, there's still 35 games to go. If they make the change, which we think they're going to do after the next 2 games, we can still have a half successful season, because half successful season for us now is not going down, because obviously a lot of people do think we are going to go down, but I think that we will find a bit of form, and we will stay up this season.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Do you know what I'm going to put with the link? Yeah, no, I think it's so tight. You can't really say for a certain, oh yeah, we're getting relegated regardless. Like, I think it's going to be close, and I do think it depends on who we get. I think if we continue with Potter the way we are, there's a good chance we go down, because he just seems to have lost it. But if we get the right person in, we have the players there, like Ryan says, to stay up. We absolutely do. So yeah, it's not a foregone conclusion. This could be let me pin that. This could be the closest relegation battle we've probably seen in a long time. It's so tough to call. Apart from Wolves are the one team I'm pretty confident I can say, yeah, like, they'll go down. Everyone else, I can see potentially staying up.
It's weird with Wolves as well, because they've just give their new manager a contract contract extension. So, but the thing is, they will find a bit of form soon. So that's why we need to start picking up points sooner rather than later. I mean, people are sort of writing off Everton away. I think we can go there and win. And I know that sounds fucking mad to say, but I think we can. And I think it's set up for us to win, because first to win at the Emirates, first to win at Tottenham's new stadium. Let's be the first to win at Everton.
Yeah,
first to score there as well in the league. No one scored there yet in the Premier League. So
yeah, that'd be good. If we can we show that picture to Andy Carroll, film his reaction? Oh, that'd be quality. That T-shirt design, mate. He might knock out one of us out. he might recruit the Collins.
I don't want to phone up my work on Tuesday and say I won't be coming in today. I got knocked out by Andy Carroll last night because I showed him a T-shirt of him dressed as a unicorn.
We lost the Wolves in the cup, though. That is a good point, mate. We did lose the Wolves in the cup. Oh my god, yeah, we are poor. Drano says, when is the next Brewdog event?
It is on the Thursday, the 6th of November with Tony Cottee. That's the last one of the year. So I think that all the early bird tickets have gone. So there are still a few tickets left now. They're over half of them are gone. So there's still 6 weeks to go. So it will be another sellout night. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, if you head to our Twitter page, the link's on there. I'll put the link in the comment section after. And you can also go on Brewdog's website and Brewdog Upminster's social media and ticket links on there as well. But it's going to be a good night. As I said, last one of the year. Tony Cottee there. Going to be very interesting because we know his views on the club, especially the board. He was obviously involved in the Pie Capital stuff. So come down and listen to some great stories by a true one of the greatest goal scorers our club's ever had. So, and it won't always be negative. We've got the Boys of 86 season to look back on as well, and some great memories from Tony's playing days.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that'll be a great one. I'm looking forward to that. Love Tony Cottee. Graham did a great interview with Tony Cottee. You can see, and there's so much to talk about. This is going to build on that and things that weren't asked in the first interview, and then like Ryan said, getting his opinion on current West Ham, because it's great to have someone that's not afraid to say it as it is. Then
do you know why I'm sorry? Do you know quickly why I'm really looking forward to the interview with Tony Cottee? Because we've been lucky enough to interview some great players at the Brewdog since we've been doing them there. But this is the first time we're actually going to interview a player who is a fan, who grew up as a West Ham fan. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting. At the Brewdog,
Yeah, because I was going to say, I know we did Frank Lampard at his pub, didn't we? That was a great one, Frank Lampard one. I do recommend checking that out. I was behind the camera for that one. Ryan was doing an interview, and I really enjoyed that one. So we got a playlist of interviews. You can go and check them out. So yeah, E20 says, Dan, what time are you down on Monday? I'm actually going to my mum's. So I'm not going to be there. This is the short little window I've got to. I've been needing to go down there for ages, and this is the only time I'm going to get to go down there because all through international break I'm super busy. So yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to be there, but the other lads will be there. And like I said, hopefully this will be the first of many. So yeah, 100%. But Nicky, I don't know what Nicky's doing. I've messaged him to see if he's joining. He's just in the background because we've got to talk about our teams, the final one standing. He's just he was. Yeah, I've messaged him. Are you coming in? All I can see is that fucking fireplace on the side and the green screen struggling with it, and it's all like, what's the matter with that guy? He's come in an hour late. What does hyping a video mean? Hyping a video for channels under 500,000. If you hype a video, it pushes it up. It tries to push the video more to get it more exposure. So for smaller channels, yeah, that's how it is.
How long's that been on? That ain't been on there long, is it? That
no, I think it's a few weeks. It feels that's when I noticed it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's about a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, all right. Well, let's just while we're waiting for it, if he's going to turn up. If he don't, we'll just have to do it without him. So with the Everton game, mate, you said you're confident. Do you think he makes any drastic changes? Can you see Potter dropping James Ward-Prowse, or we know Souček is suspended?
Yeah,
so he's not going to be involved. We know Wan-Bissaka still has this malaria apparently, or something like that. So, can you see him making any big changes?
I mean, just to say, when I said I'm not that confident we're going to get a win. I'm not saying, but I just feel that we can go there and get a win, because I think that what I've seen of Everton so far this season, look, they set up very well, Everton. You can tell it's a typical David Moyes team. And obviously, they've got the luxury now of having someone like Jack Grealish in their side who can cause problems. But yeah, I mean, I think we sort of set up I was speaking to someone today, and I was saying, obviously, we're leaking quite a lot of goals and from set pieces and that, and we need to change something up. And I don't know why you just don't give that Brazilian defender a go.
Oh, Igor.
Give him a start. Yeah,
Can't do much worse than Kilman.
Exactly. Yeah, give him a run out. The goalkeeper situation. I still think stick with Areola for this game. The midfield is going to be the interesting one. Whether he sticks with Ward-Prowse, I think he probably will. We know that. I mean, Magassa come on against Palace. I mean, I wasn't overly impressed with him, but it was a difficult situation for him to come on in. He's settling into the Premier League. It'd be much easier for him if he was coming on a team that were doing well. When you're chasing games and not everything's going just your way, it's hard. So he'll probably stick with the same. And then Callum Wilson, do you know what? He's got he had a good record against us. He's got a really good record against Everton. He scored 8 goals in 7 games against them.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I'd stick with him. I'd still give him a start. I'll give him a start.
Yeah.
And these players are going to be up for it because it's a new stadium for them to go to play. So it's a neutral ground for us because we've never played there before. So it's going to be an interesting game. But I think that it is a game that we can. And I back in my work prediction thing. I actually backed us to win 2-1. I can see us getting a win now.
Nice. Yeah. Do you know what? There's that stat that David Moyes has never beaten Graham Potter. He's never beat Graham Potter.
And the thing is, I think we've won 3 out of our last 4 games at Everton as well, where it was a ground that we never used to win at. I mean, we couldn't even buy a win there years ago. I mean, the closest we come to getting a win now, I remember, like before the Payet one, was when fucking Di Canio caught the ball, and that was at 1-1 when he should have stuck it in the back of the net. But it's not a ground that we had so many victories there. But the last few years we have nicked wins. We beat them last season, didn't we? Against Moisey. So we can. Yeah, I fancy us.
Yeah, no, right. Listen, mate. I you're right. I'm 50-50 on it. It's just, we are better away from home as well, so that is another positive. So, like I said, look, I can see it. I could see it, but we can't. Moyes ending.
Potter's reign would be ironic.
That's very true. That's very true. That would be somewhat poetic. So Matt Powell says, "Hey Dan and Ryan, would you rather see first new stadium or new training facility? As I'm more embarrassed by the training facility more than the stadium port cabins. Stadium all day long. New stadium, 100%. Because as much as I've been,
I agree, mate. I think I'd have a new stadium first and then work on the training facilities after.
Yeah, that's the 100% biggest priority to me. It's the main reason I'm protesting Sullivan out because of that move that's killed the soul of the club. So I get it. I know, and I've been banging on the drum of saying, look, we should be having world-class training facilities in line with a lot of the top clubs in the Premier League. And but for me, I don't see the training facilities day in, day out. My experience of watching West Ham has been going to the ground. Obviously not this season because I give it up because I had enough. But I think a new stadium is as soon as possible. I can't stand to even look at that place much longer. We was walking past it after the meeting and we was just looking at it going, fucking hate that place. Like, honestly, I wish I could dismantle it myself. If someone said to me, right, your job is to tear down that stadium, I'd do that for free. I'd pay you to do it. Like, it would be the most satisfying thing ever. Awful place. But if we build a new stadium, can we keep London Stadium for women youth teams? I say tear it down and start again. I don't think it's but it's a big old stadium to play for youth and women's teams when they don't get a lot of people in, isn't it? Like, if they did that.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the first team can't even fill the stadium, so it'd be difficult for the youth and the women to fill it and get a good crowd there. But Yeah, as I said, mate, the stadium first for me. I'd love to see us build. I think someone put like an image up the other day of like what a stadium could look like, a 50,000 seater stadium. It just looked like it looked perfect. So I'd love to see something like that going forward.
Probably almost like the pictures that they showed us before we moved to the stadium. Remember how good it looked in the pictures, and look, this is what it's going to look like. Look, nothing like it. Biggest fucking con ever. Moving will cost hundreds of millions. Well, yeah, if we've got serious owners with money, they can spend that. That's what it is. It cost Everton. It cost them money. Spurs. It cost them money. We're the only ones who sat there and oh yeah, free stadium, mate. Like there you go. You can rent that from us. So yeah, it's an absolute must. But yes, as well, like I said, if you want some new football shirts, but you don't want to support the evil overlords, do check out okjerseys.com and use code Nicky for 8%. Who's Nicky's not even Nicky's the background man here, still waiting for him. Yeah, use code Nicky, go and get it. All the clubs, all the top clubs, all the top international teams, retro and new. And you can feel safe and confident that money is not going to someone that doesn't deserve it. Right?
Yeah. All the top international teams and Scotland.
And Scotland.
I'm joking.
So yeah, do check out OK Jerseys. And of course, was hoping Nicky would be on for this. You check Final One Standing. Do check that out. And that is the game where you pick a team, and if your team wins, you stay in. If they draw or lose, you get knocked out, right? And you've got a chance to win, up to, a lot of money. There's 200K, there's 20K prize pools. I have to check what it is for this one. That's why I was hoping Nicky would be here.
This one's 200K, I think.
Yeah, 200K. So yeah, there's a 200K one. Look, me and Ryan, we got knocked out of the main one. I'm not sure how it works, right? Because you got knocked out of the second one, but can you re-enter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've gone back in, starting again at the bottom. I've not had much luck on this. I've had draws that have killed me. Every time I think I picked a favourite, then they lose. So
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you gone for some tricky. Yeah, you went for Fulham, I think, against Brighton.
Yeah, and to be fair, they were winning until Brighton scored a 97th minute equaliser.
That must have been a sickener.
No, it was, and that was the £1 million one or whatever it was, the big jackpot one.
God, yeah. So yeah, so you can go pick your team, and you have to be.
The next one, I've got through a couple of rounds. And then last week, I backed Chelsea to beat United. And the goalkeeper got sent off after 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, my God.
No luck whatsoever. That's it. No luck. So, but that's what it is. It's about, like I said, it's a fun game. You go there, and it's just about trying to think, which team out of all the fixtures is the most likely to win. The problem, once you pick your team, that you can't pick them again. That's the thing, right? So your team wins, you pick them, you're through, but you can't pick that team again. You only pick them once. It's UK only. You have to be over 18 to play. So terms and conditions do apply. Please gamble responsibly. Hold up. And as I say that, I will get that logo up and that logo down. So yeah, please do gamble responsibly. Like I said, play along. Pick your teams. It's a lot of fun. Test yourself against your mates. And I'm going to go and double check I have picked my team. Because I've done all right. I got stitched up the first week by Chelsea. This is what I've learned, right? Don't never trust Chelsea. Don't trust Man United. And those teams cannot be trusted. Now, that's... So I've gone this week for Spurs to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers.
I'm exactly the same, mate. I picked them earlier in the week. I looked at the fixtures, and I just honestly I was struggling with them. The fixtures are really hard this week. Even like I know Liverpool are in great form, but even going to Palace, I think sometimes like they find it difficult at Selhurst Park. So yeah, I just think Spurs are home to Wolves. Wolves have lost 5 in a row. So
Yeah.
you know what's going to happen now. Tottenham 0, Wolves 1, and we're out.
Yeah, exactly. It's just typical, isn't it? Like it would be so Spursy for them to be the first team to lose to Wolves. So yeah, I mean it's surely a must. I mean the other games, I just can't bring myself to bet on a West Ham game. I just can't. Yeah, it's just too much. There's too much riding on it. You never know
Thing
with
is,
West
though,
Ham.
the further you go in this competition, you're going to have to pick West Ham at some point.
Yeah, that's the bloody thing, isn't it? But all the other games, like I would lean towards Brentford beating Man United. That's a good one. Chelsea, Brighton's too tough to call. Palace, even Palace, Liverpool. Palace haven't lost in a while when they get good results against Liverpool. Man City beating Burnley is another good shout. If you ain't picked them already, Leeds, Bournemouth is tough. Forest, Sunderland, yeah, there's some real tough fixtures.
Forest and Sunderland's got a draw written all over it.
Yeah, 100%. So get Lucas to put a bet on for you. Yeah, thankfully for this one, yeah, we're just doing it for nothing. So yeah, like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see what we get. So do go and test your knowledge, see how far you can get in the final one. Can you be the final one standing? Let us know. Like I said, check the terms and conditions. Everything's down below, link in the description. Or the QR code, as I put on, you can scan that, but it's not 500k. That's an old QR code, but I will put a link down below. So yeah, well, listen, we hoped Nicky would join us. He logged in and fucked off. So that's that. But yeah, despite that, right, it was a good show.
Oh, I've just seen that pop up.
Shout out Austrian Hammers. Glad they meet there. Yeah, really good effort, guys. Really good effort getting down for the protest. That's dedication. That's you know what I mean, the sort of passion that you see at the protests of fans that just want the best for this great football club. You know, and we
it's good. Yeah, great to meet them. And yeah, great support to put that effort in to come over. You know, it takes a lot. You know, obviously flights ain't cheap, hotels, you know, travel. It's great. I love to see things like that. Big up the Austrian Irons. Come on, you Austrian Irons.
Come on. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, even with the boycott next, right? And I think it's going to be about supporting the pubs for that one. It's fans getting together in pubs with how much, you know, the British pub is struggling nowadays. You know, instead of going into that soulless athletics bowl, get down a proper pub with like-minded fans and watch the game there. Like, I'd rather do that than go in that shithole any day of the week. I think
I agree. Yeah, support the local pubs and pack them out and I agree, mate. I agree.
Yeah, I would much rather go in a pub and watch the game than go in the stadium any day of the week. So I think that's
what's your score prediction before we go? I've gone 2-1 West Ham.
You're going 2-1 West Ham. I'm gonna go 1-0 West Ham. Tight game. 1-0.
I've gone for the win.
Yeah. I'm gonna back the boys. I don't know why they don't give me any reason to do that.
I know.
You know, it's sometimes. I mean,
when it comes to new stadiums, we always seem to have that little bit of luck, don't we? As I said, Emirates, Spurs. You know, I can just see maybe us being the first team to win and then put our name in their history as well. So, yeah, I'm just hoping for a good performance, mate, and something that we can sit there after and talk about and say, yeah, what a great result, what a great performance.
Yeah, a lot of fans 2-2 or West Ham 2-1. We're so funny, aren't we, West Ham fans, right? we fucking moan about the team how shit we are, but when it gets closer to match day, we go, yeah, fucking that's fancy West Ham won this. That's
Well,
it.
honestly, mate, for the first 8 years of doing this channel with Scott, we would have won about 6 Premier League titles because he used to predict us to win every week.
He did, didn't he? You know, that 2-1 West Ham every week. 2-1 West Ham.
We're third from bottom. We're third from bottom. We ain't won in 10 games. We've got City away on a Monday night. Scott, what's your score predictions? I fancy 2-1 West Ham. I think we'll go there and get a result.
Yeah. You know what? Fancy us 2-1. Yeah. That's Scott all over. Irons TV, yeah, packing the Queens. How brilliant would that be? Everyone, loads of fans getting down to the Queens. That'd be proper. You got, like I said, Victoria Tavern, you know, Black Horse. You got some pubs there. You go back to the old pubs.
Bowling,
even. I know it's a bit of a hipster bar now, but still, everyone getting in the bowling. That would be
still got it's still got the West Ham feel about it, though. They've obviously got pictures up of the ex-players, and it's still got a feel about it. But yeah, you are right. It's a bit of a hipster pub now.
Yeah. But still, you know, like I said, you get loads of fans down there packing out them pubs, mate. How much better is that than going to that crap stadium? I can say crap now. Someone's asked, I can't remember where it was. Was it Draynol? I think asked for, is there a link for tickets for the Cotty night yet?
Yeah, if you go on, I will. If you look at the comments after on this video on YouTube, I'll put the link in there. But if you go on our Twitter account, it's on there. It's the pinned tweet. And also, if you want to go onto Brewdog Upminster's social media, it'll be on there as well. But yeah, I'll put the link in the comments after.
Yeah, there you go. You got the link in the comments, and yeah, I'll put the link in the description for the final one stand-in. So this is the it's on a break after this. This is the final week. You'll hear us talking about final one stand-in at the moment. So it's the last chance to get involved with us and have a go. So I'll get the link for that bad boy. I'll get that, and then we can. Yes, there it is. Right, we are linked up. So yeah, it's so. I was just looking at bloody Nicky, like in this background. What is he doing? Why has he done this?
I think I see him logging on. I see him come up on the bottom of the screen when he first come on, and he looked like he was going to join, and then he walked off. I thought, oh, maybe he's getting a drink or something, but yeah, obviously not.
Yeah, he just walked in. He got up and he never came back.
Let me
and he's not replied to me. We could have got Scott on.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Scott was like, "Let me know if anyone drops out, he'll jump on."
All right, let me. So copy. Right, I'm going to log on to the. This will come up as obviously my own thing. Oh, let me get into the fucking Pete's Right adverts. What's going on? Right, so I've just posted. That should come up now in the comments. I've just posted the Tony Cotty link. So hopefully that should come up any second now.
So I'm just laughing at Irons TV's comment. Dan, help me out. What software do I use to make a YouTube video? It's the YouTube software. You put it in and it makes. When you say make a YouTube video, mate, there's a lot of parts. There's a lot of steps involved. There's the filming of the video. You know, there's the editing of the video. You're talking about to edit a video? You're talking about editing a video. Use DaVinci Resolve. It's free professional editing software. They don't sponsor me. But use that if that's what you mean, mate. But there's no YouTube video making software that does it all for you and makes the video. I don't know why that just made me laugh, that comment. Look, Nicky's look, there he is. Look, he's just that's it. He's not his pictures, even he's just gone like that now. It was you did show his like actual camera was on and everything. So he's come back, he's turned off his camera, and then fucked off again. Yeah, honestly.
Well, we got it done, mate. We got the show done. Loads to talk about. Enjoyed it tonight, and we get Saturday and Sunday. West Ham can't ruin our weekend, but they can probably ruin our Monday. But yeah. Lots going on.
100%. Someone said, "Are you doing a watch along?" We're doing the watch along from my mum's, so I've got to take my gear down to my mum's and do it there because I'm going to be doing content down there anyway. I might get to the beach and do a video on the beach. Some said Nicky's boycotting the stream. He has. He's come in. That's like a boycott. He's come in, made just where he's here, and then fucked off. Good luck, mate. Cheers, mate. So got a mic and an iPhone. No idea what I'm doing. This is the thing, Irons, right? Tutorials, mate. You can learn. Anyone can learn anything. If you want to do a YouTube channel, mate, I've taught everything. I taught myself everything I know, right? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? You got to start somewhere, mate, and then you just, you know what I mean? Go for it. So yeah, listen, great show. Like I said, it's a shame. You know, we could have got Scott on, but I think we've done well, the two of us. Great chat with you all.
Yeah, definitely, mate. No, definitely enjoyed it. So hopefully, mate, we get the result Monday. And as you said, looking forward to the night at Dagenham as well with Andy Carroll. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy one, mate.
Yeah, like I said, it's crazy because I feel like we've had so much to fucking plug for you guys. Sorry about all the plugging, but there will be the Cotty link down below. There'll be the flipping Andy Carroll link down below. The final one standing link in the description. You can go to OK Jerseys, use code Nicky for 8% off. Plug. So whatever you want to do. If you don't want to do any of it, that's fine too. Just leave us a like on your way out. So thank you all so much. One thing left to say. Come on, you.
Come on, you.